On play action, Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me.
Touchdown! Paris Campbell, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first-quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents. We got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
Carry here for Robinson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 12 carries, 60 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get it.
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
Drew Lock.
You know, a week ago was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen. He had 5 sacks. Here we go again.
And he's the type of player that'll keep an offensive staff up all week trying to figure out how to slow him down. But at some point, they just have to take account of themselves and say, I'm going to get bodies in front of him so he doesn't disrupt our offense totally. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing now is Allen. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Paris Campbell with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Pressure comes, and down he goes. To throw on third down. Mason. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and now it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On play action, Allen buying time to his left. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stopped short of the goal line.
The numbers for him from a week ago. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain your...
In trouble, and he's taken down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Come on now, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. What's the deal, y'all?
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the...
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
A loss of 9.
And when you go 5 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly.
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Right there. 54.
Here's Locke to throw. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Gain of 12. First down, Jacksonville.
On the run, it's Robinson. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
On second down, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Here's Locke. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And 10.
Play action. Now it's Allen sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find a big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do
know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. On the return, it's McBride. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Jayon Brown coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Intercepted by the Jaguars.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Mike 54. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Locke. Connection made with Shenault.
Pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Makes the score Bulls 40.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you throw 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1
every single time.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. Shows his strength at the 50. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. On 1st down, Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Golladay, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
To throw again. Locke. And he comes back with 1 complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st down.
They'll run here with Robinson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Clock now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
30-yard line.
Locke working out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Jacksonville.
Throwing on first down is Locke. This is Shenault on the receiving end. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Yeah. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
To throw again on second down. Locke. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Locke. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Mike 54. 61. That's Mike's life. Yo. Mike 54. Mike 54. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Another try after the first down sack. Locke. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
13.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Jaguars 13.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 25. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11. At the 21-yard line.
54. Mike 54. Mike 54. Check.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And a Jaguar first down.
Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They run. Robinson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
Clock now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. And that'll bring up second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage.
He's got daylight. And all the way in for the touchdown. DeAndre Swift. 73 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side.
No escape from Locke, and he'll go down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Pull it together. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Now Locke throwing on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he winds ends up getting this all the way down to the Jags 28. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Paris Campbell, 28 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jaguars back with it on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Block. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Complete to Laviska Shenault. A gain of 9 yards.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right there, 54. Right there.
On 1st and 10, Block. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Let's go.
Throwing now is Locke. And that is incomplete here.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 43-yard line. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On play action, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that.
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Locke to the right and complete to Galladay. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Jaguars on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. From the gun, Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Jaguars.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Locke trying again after the pick six. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 23-yard run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Operating from the gun. Locke. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. To throw again, Locke. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Jaguars.
Locke looks to throw it again. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
2nd and 10.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Allen off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
3rd down. 3rd and 11.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
Throwing his lock on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Let's get off the field. 36.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets this one down to the 24. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Play action. Now it's Allen. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down, Jacksonville.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the gun, Locke. No escape from Locke, and he'll go down.
A loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A big offensive explosion.